Alright everybody, so we're back with another battle report. This time it is Necrons, but not me playing the Necrons. I have my demons out against a new Necron army over on this side of the table here. We have rolled off, what's the name of that mission, do you remember?
I can look it up.
Alright, you're going to look up the mission. We rolled off a mission, there's 4 objectives, placed in a plus sign around the table with the old school Dawn of War deployment. We've already chosen our secondaries. He's trying to kill my Psychers pretty much, and I'm trying to hold ground because I don't think I'm going to kill many Necrons. So I took pretty much hold objective secondaries, and he picked kill my character secondaries. But what's going on is he has 5 immortals there, a Doomsday Arc, this big giant Seraptic. Oh, we looked up the mission. It's called Frontline Warfare. It's the name of the mission we're playing. Then behind there he has 5 more immortals, a big unit of 6 Wraiths, giant unit of 9 bikes, and then mixed in that mess is an Overlord and a Cryptic. And then on the right hand side he has 6 immortals and another Doomsday Arc. And this is, by the way, we're playing 2,000 points with the leaked points just came out today. So this is hypothetically the update for 9th edition, so these should be the right size armies for 9th edition. Mine was a 1750 army that upgraded to 1980 on points after the points came out, so it's pretty much spot on. Anyway, so what I have a Burning Chariot, I have 10 Horrors, 18 Fleshhounds, 10 more Horrors, 9 Flamers, a Herald, a Demon Prince, that is 19 Fleshhounds, 10 more Horrors, another Demon Prince, and another Burning Chariot, and then in reserve Deep Striking I have finally a unit of 9 more Flamers, just identical to that one. So that's the armies I got first turn, so we're going to see what I can do to this Necron army in turn 1. Alright, so back at the end of Demons turn 1, it was a super quick turn. The 2 Chariots moved up because all the anti-tank firepower I use over there, the Chariots just aren't going to survive very long. So I kind of threw them forward to get shot, hop on objectives, just a miracle they survive, they can hold an objective. This one shot into that Doomsday Arc, caused 2 wounds to it. I wanted him to shoot in the Wraiths, but I positioned him badly and I couldn't quite get in range. This one over here, on the other hand, was in range of the Wraiths, shot, killed 1 Wraith, and put 2 wounds on another Wraith. And other than that, I kind of just advanced a little bit, kind of taking a defensive position against the bikes and stuff. Next turn, I'll be in a better position to hop on the objectives, and so we'll see what happens on turn 1 for the Necrons. Alright, so back at the end of Necron turn 1, and they got on the board early, so they're out in the lead. I gotta try and catch up now. One of their secondaries was attrition, so they killed more than me on the turn, so they got 4 points for that. So they killed this Chariot that was on that objective. Wraith's, of course, moved up and assaulted. This Chariot over here died. All of these bikes shot in. They're all Tesla, and I had to burn my command point to give my dogs a extra to their invulnerable saving roll, so I lost 8.5 of them. And then I burned my once per game automatically pass morale, so they stuck around. Other than that, I took some wounds into some Horrors. These dogs got shot a little bit, and that is it. The Necrons have a pretty commanding board presence, so the Demons are going to see if they can fight back and score some points here. Alright, so we're back at the end of Demons turn 2, and it was a much better turn for us this time around. The dogs moved up, we shot in with some Horrors, and then assaulted the dogs. We were able to kill 2 of the Wraiths. There's still 3 left, but we also were able to contest that objective, so they're not going to run away on points on us. But the entire rest of my army, the entire rest of my turn, I brought in my other squad of Flamers from reserve, and everything shot and cast psychic powers and everything into these bikes. And I was able to wipe them out with my super buffed Flamer squad, like every stacked ability I could possibly put on them. So I did kill the bikes. I'm holding that objective, but we'll see if I can actually hold it for the turn or not. And that is it. So we're locked in combat. There's still the big giant robot. I didn't engage him, so he's still free to smash me this turn. And we'll see what happens on Necron turn 2. Alright, so we're back at the end of Necron turn 2, and they're kind of storming away with it, but I still have a lot on the board to try and come back with, so I'm going to score some big points the next couple turns. So what happened on this side of the board, everything kind of moved up and around, shot into the pinks and the dogs. There was 2 pinks left at the end of the turn. They failed their morale, and then the last one failed his whatever check it is to see if he sticks around. So the pinks are gone. The Wraiths fell back out of combat and assaulted in, and then used the double fight stratagem to finish off the last of the pinks on my objectives. That actually cost me 5 points. That's a really painful one there. And then over here, one of the Immortals reanimated. I shot him down to 1 last turn. And then everything over here shot into my other squad of pink Horrors, knocked them down to 1 model, and they also failed their morale. So I lost all 3 pink Horror squads this turn, which he had Abhor the Witch as a stratagem, or as a secondary rather. So it's 9 points for his secondary, and it killed all of my troop choices. So we'll be back with Necron turn 3. I do not hold any objectives currently, so it loses me a bunch of points, but I'm going to start putting pressure on all of his troops, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so we're back at the end of Necron turn 3, and we put up a little bit of a fight, but I messed up my movement just a bit, and lost my table quarter objective because I moved those Flamers over a bit too far. But I was able to come in with some hounds and demon prince and kill 2 of the wraiths here. These hounds fell back from the big monster because they don't want to be fighting it. I came over here with my 2 squads of flamers and killed his 2 immortal squads. I really wanted to charge with that squad, but then that left my 2 characters out in the open by themselves, and it just didn't seem like a good idea. So I'm holding 2 objectives. I'm denying him from holding more than me, but he is holding 2. So he will get 10 points for that this turn, so it's going to be a little bit rough to come back from because he already had a 10-point advantage. But we'll see what they can do, and we'll be back with Necron turn 3. Alright, so we're back at the end of Necron turn number 3, and it was a pretty brutal turn, but they didn't score as many points as they could have, so that was good for me. So the big Sereptic here came flying across the board with this huge move, and then made a 10-inch charge. Tried fighting my Demon Prince. I used my stratagem to increase his invulnerable save by 1, and I got lucky and only took 6 wounds, so the Demon Prince still stands. Punched back and actually put some wounds onto the Sereptic. Other than that, he fought my dogs here with his wraiths. They fell back and then charged, and due to morale after all the fighting and everything, I only have 2 dogs left there. The big news though is both of these big arcs moved in rapid fire range of my flamers. Shot in. I had a terrible time with my invulnerable saves there. And there's 1 flamer left. I actually had 3 left, but failed morale, and then another one ran away. So I have 1 flamer left in that squad. So we're coming to Necron turn 4, and it's going to be a rough turn 4. What's it?
Your turn 4.
Yeah, my turn 4. Oh, that's right, I'm not Necrons today. Demons. I'm Demons today. Demon turn 4. So it's going to be a rough time for the demons, but we're going to try and fight back and see what happens. Alright, so we're back at the end of Demons turn number 4, and it was a pretty good turn points-wise for the demons, but we're going to take a big counter punch here in a minute. So my Demon Prince moved up from here, tried to finish off these wraiths. Unfortunately, there's 1 wraith with 1 wound left alive there. And so they're about to try and reanimate with a cryptic next to him, so that's really going to be bad for me. Other than that, I moved my flamers up to here, and they shot into that Doomsday Arc that was back there, and oddly enough, they killed it. Really wasn't expecting that to happen, but they rolled really hot, and the saves were bad, so they actually killed the Doomsday Arc with flamers of each there. So I got 13 points this round. I'm still trailing, and there's a big giant angry robot in the middle of the board. But we're putting up a fight. So we're back with Necrons turn 4 and see what happens. Okay, so we're back at the end of Necron turn 4. And the unfortunate happened. That 1 wraith that was left alive there, he used the reanimation protocol on the wraith, the stratagem. And there was a cryptic next to him, so 3 wraiths stood back up off of a wraith that had single wound left. So that was pretty brutal. Other than that, they shot a ton into my Demon Princes, because I had 1 here that tried to kill the wraiths, so the big guy here shot and killed that one. I had 1 that was up here in the middle. He was I knew he was going to die. He only had 2 wounds left. So the Doomsday Arc shot in and killed him, and they also finished off that 1 last flamer that was holding that objective. So unfortunately this turn I am not holding any objectives, because then this guy assaulted in and killed these dogs that were here. So I have a single Fleshhound there, and my flamers and a herald behind that wall, and that's it. So on my final turn, we're just going to try to kill some stuff for spite. And we'll be back with Demons turn 5. Alright, super quick end of the game here for Demons. My single hound moved away to not die in combat. The flamers moved up. I used all the stratagems and psychic powers I could on them to beef them up, and they shot and killed the wraiths, and then they assaulted into the Doomsday Arc just to hang out in combat. My herald is on an objective just to try to deny more points to my opponent. And other than that, I have nothing left on the board. So we'll be back with Necron turn 5, the final bit of the game, and see how much damage they can do. Alright, so back at the end of the game, the Necrons just finished their last turn, and the only unit the demons have left on the board is the single squad of flamers back there in combat with the barge. Other than that, the Necrons, I almost said Necrons, almost said demons. Necrons scored 79 points. That was 39 on the secondaries and 40 on the primary, whereas the demons only managed to squeak out 35 points overall. So it was a pretty thorough trouncing. This big guy, I had 1 turn where I could have kind of committed everything to him, but I think the backlash after I did probably would have nuked me. So I tried to play the long game, but it was a brutal amount of fire. That 1 turn I lost all my flamers in the backfield really kind of did me in back there. But that was it for the Demons and Necrons.